Quick question, what type of video call background person are you? To me, there's a handful of types, and weirdly, a lot of the feedback I got around my last video on 3 tips when presenting over video call was about backgrounds. I'm Matt Koval, and in this video, I'll offer you my quick thoughts on that and also address some of your comments on my last video. Yeah, backgrounds are funny because they unintentionally communicate so much. And if you're giving a big presentation via your laptop, you want to give your background extra scrutiny beforehand. And I don't just mean clean it up. The problem that I see is that backgrounds are surprisingly distracting and viewers love to examine them, including me. Now you might say, well, Matt, there's nothing distracting about my kitchen. It's just an ordinary kitchen. But I wouldn't assume that. I mean, your viewers have probably never been to your home before. So in your kitchen, I might be like, oh, dang, that's kind of a nice refrigerator. Is that a Whirlpool maybe? Or Kenmore? Meanwhile, you're presenting away on some serious material and I'm entranced by your fridge magnets. Now, others like to get a little show-offy with their backgrounds. I've seen people with pinball machines and backyard pools and once even a full basement bar with liquor bottles and neon signs. Other professionals are buying giant posters of cool offices. We got green screen effects going on. I mean, it's getting pretty fun and inventive. But a lot of it is just so distracting. And it also creates a lot of questions for you in every meeting. Ooh, do you mind me asking what kind of refrigerator that is?
Is that blue tequila?
Where's this cool office you're in? Oh, it's fake. Where'd you get that poster? Can you ping me a link? In every call. And one more thing, I get we don't have a lot of choices on presenting locations, especially if you have kids like I do. I think I have 2 or 3 go-to spots and that's it. But if you can avoid it, try to frame out your bed. Even if it's nicely made, in my opinion, it's just a little too personal and distracting. Overall, what I suggest you do is keep your background simple and boring, like this. Don't let people get distracted by anything. You want them focused on either your face or your slides. And there you go, just my 2 cents that you are welcome to ignore. Now real quick, before I get to your comments in my last video, some of you are asking what's with this sudden interest in presenting. It's actually not sudden, I've been passionate about it for a long time. My employer has graciously permitted me to work on a side project and I've been building it on weekends for a whole year. If you'd like to learn about it, and if I don't have your email yet, go to the link in the comments. Please add it there. Okay, to your excellent comments on my free tips video, including from Mike O'Connor, who asked, any tips on reading questions and comments that are typed in while presenting in full screen mode? They throw me off way more than if somebody just interrupted me live in dialogue. And similarly, Madhumana Mohanty said, I also find it a challenge to keep an eye on the chat boxes and respond while presenting/talking. Such great points. Isn't that jarring? I mean, there's nothing that can throw off your flow worse than... Oh. Question from Gertrude. Yeah, Mike, that's where, in my opinion, you set the guidelines at the beginning of your talk, just like in a regular presentation. Folks, before we jump into the material, if you have a question, please hold off on the chat box until the end. I've reserved 5 minutes for Q&A just for you. Or something like that, because otherwise that's just untenable. You can't present with constant ping, 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 ping. Anyway, what's your opinion, or what's the most distracting background you've seen? Feel free to share in a comment. I'm Matt Koval. Have a great week.